All right, we're going. So we do this every Wednesday. Today we started a few minutes later than usual. I was on a call and kind of carried over a little longer. But we sent the notifications out. Everybody got the update on the date, the time. So we're good to go. Today we're gonna dive into something that, man, it's gonna be very powerful because it's loud. See if I can turn this down a little bit. Okay. This is very loud. I'm gonna have to let it snooks. So let's change this up a little bit. Today we're gonna go deep into the mindset, man. The mindset of amateur thinking, and this was really presented to me by one of my mentors and coaches, and he talks about it a lot. And I'm gonna just kind of add to what we've learned over the last couple of months, and it's really plain and simple. It's turning pro, right? He we can go deeper into this, and I'm going to go deeper in this, how turning pro really is going to be a key turning point that you're going to have to make within your life to decide, okay, you know what, do I want to keep playing at an amateur level, or do I want to, step it up to a different level? Because once you step it up to a different level, of course, you're going to have to perform, and you're going to have to be consistent with your performance, and you're going to have to be consistent with your habits, your disciplines, and you're going to have to make a conscious decision and say, hey, you know what, I'm tired of being the underdog. I'm tired of coming in last. I need to make some changes, and I need to get with the winning team. And so really what this webinar is going to be about is really making the transition and making that turning point, man. Like it's very difficult at times. I know, I mean, with life, everything's going on. Let me see if I have these people added on. Hopefully everybody got added on. But yeah, it gets difficult because we have life, we have day-to-day things that pop up, and that sometimes we're not prepared for. And so going pro and really developing the mindset of saying, hey, you know what, I'm ready to explore this next chapter in my life, and I'm ready to be the head character. I'm ready to be the character, and I'm ready to take the lead role in my life moving forward. And once you make this decision, like a lot of times people make this decision whenever they're going through like a lot of pain. They experience a setback, they experience a loss, they experience something that forces them to say, hey, you need to make a change. And one of the craziest things that I've learned is about people that are very wealthy and people that are very poor. Is I've always wanted to know, like, how they raise their kid, like how do they talk to their kids, like what's the deal behind that, right? And so what I discovered was that kids that grew up in a poor household, they tend to adapt this mindset of like the hard knock life, and let him learn the hard way. And and the only way he's going to learn is if he, you know, if he falls on his ass, and he makes a fool of himself, or, you know, it's always the hard, like you always have, poor people have always been taught like they have to learn the hard way to be successful, right? And so that's how come like a lot of people are stubborn. and and I'm going to say this because I'm Hispanic, and that a lot of Hispanics have this very prideful uh attitude and tough mentality, don't ask for help, kind of mindset. And I believe that that mindset uh is really the wrong mindset to adapt, or really to instill in your children. And so I say, what are some of the wealthy people like? What, how come their kids are different? Like, what's the deal? The difference is like they've taught their kids at a young age, hey, just listen to what I'm telling you. Like it's gonna be like, if I tell you to do it this way, it's gonna be beneficial. Like, you don't have to learn the hard way. Like, if you do what I tell you, it'll be easier. And maybe it's just them uh building that trust at a young age. Maybe it's them showing affection. Maybe it's them understanding that they have to build that trust at a young age, so when they get older, that they don't rebel. They kind of stay there. Um but turning pro, I mean, really, and going to the next level, it really is a conscious decision that you have to make and say, hey, you know what? I don't want to live by this old way that I was programmed. I want to develop a new mindset, and I want to move forward, going forward, right? And so let's get started. So I always like to bring this up with, what is the end result, right? And what I mean by that is uh like we're busting our ass and we're working hard, but what are we really working hard for? Like, are we doing the things that we should be doing? Because you can have a long day where you're sweating, you're tired, your body's just, man, you're like, man, I worked hard today. But like, was that what the thing that you worked hard on, was that something that moved you closer to your goal, or was it just something that you exchanged time for dollars? So that's something that you have to look at the end result. Say, hey, you know what? I want to make sure that the actions that I'm doing, that the things that I'm doing are moving me forward. Uh, to they're moving me closer to my goal, or they're moving me closer to this end result that I want one day, right? So always take some time and say, you know what? What is the end result? What do I want? Like, what am I? Why am I doing this? Am I doing this for what reason, right? And this is something that you have to really go deep within yourself, and you have to say, okay, you know what, like, why am I really doing this? And and really get clear on that, so that you can eliminate unnecessary things in your life. You can eliminate unnecessary people, uh unnecessary activities, unnecessary things that are not moving you forward to your end result. Okay. Let's talk about next one is how long to double your money, right? So this is something that I've learned a while back, and it was really interesting. Let me see. It was really very interesting because, oh, it's right here. How long to double your money, right? And so you always want to look at an investment, or you always want to look at something as to uh, what is the return investment on this, right? And so you can, I mean, look at, if you have a business, you can say, okay, if I hire one employee, if I hire another employee, what is going to be my return on investment on that? If I'm paying them, 40,000 a year, what is my return on investment on that? If I purchase this real estate investment property, what is my return investment on that? And kind of looking and see when that should double, right? And so anything that's an asset, you should look at it and say, how long for this to double? How long for this to kind of start generating a return? So you always want to look at things as doubles, whether you're buying equipment, whether you're investing in real estate, whether you're building your team. You know, people are investment. You invest in people, they're going to produce, they're going to give you a return on investment. You're going to grow a team. You're going to grow leaders. Focus on your main vehicle. So I talk about this a lot. Let me move this out of the way. I talk about this quite often. Focus on your main vehicle. And so this is a good example of this, right? Would be, let's say right now, like let's say for example, you're subcontractor, you're self-employed, right? And you have a business, you're starting your business, and you're getting it off the ground, and you see this NFT thing that people are saying, man, I made $1 million in 15 minutes. I made $1 million in 3 minutes, man. And so that's a shining object. And so you look at it and you're like, man, maybe I should do that, because he made $1 million in 3 minutes. He made $1 million in half, 1 second, or he made $1 million in less than 30 minutes or whatever, right? And so you get distracted and you kind of lose focus on your main vehicle, the thing that you're working on in front of you, whether it be a landscaping business, whether it be photography business, whether it be a consulting business, whether it be a real estate investment company, whether it be a collision repair shop, whether it be an automotive shop, whether it be a general contractor. You lose focus on your main vehicle. That's your main vehicle. When I say focus on your main vehicle, that means, are you doing everything that you can to generate the most income out of that vehicle? And are you developing leaders? Are you building a team? Are you focusing on your culture? Are you focusing on your sales? Are you focusing on relationships? Are you focusing on, how you can scale the business? Like, all these things require like work. And so if you're not focusing on your main vehicle, they call it dabbling. Like, you're dabbling in this business. Like, you're saying, okay, I want to do this business because it looks fun and looks exciting. And so you're dabbling in this business. You're not really taking it serious. You're kind of, you're not putting as much work as you should be. And so then you see another shining object over here and you say, you know what, I'm going to try that too, because I need to diversify. And so now you're dabbling with this and you're dabbling with that. And that's not so much diversifying, because you're spreading yourself too thin. Like, you're trying, focus on one thing and build off that one thing. And you never know, like, you might move in one direction with the business and you might be so focused and driven, like, say, you know what, I'm going this way. Stay with that business, because it might lead you into a bigger opportunity. Just focus on that one business and make sure you're maximizing the full profit. Because look, whenever you dabble into a shining object, you're going to have to learn all that language. You're going to have to learn all that skill, and you're still not going to be a master at it. You're still dabbling at it. So look, master your industry, master your one skill, master, say, you know what, I'm going to be an expert in this. I'm going to move forward in this. And that's going to really help you move forward in that direction. It's going to help you have a target. It's going to help you be more focused, because you're not getting distracted. One thing that I learned, man, was, I'll share with you a story. Every time I meet someone that's acquired a lot of wealth or is very successful, I always ask them like pretty cool questions. Buddy of mine, he has a bunch of real estate, he has a bunch of property, and he's always in Mexico vacationing. He has a home down there. And I'll share with you 2 stories. And so he's always having to come back to take care of some business, right? And whenever he comes back, he's always taking care of like his toys. Like, he has like an RV, he has a race car, he has all this, like a boat, right? And I said, I said, dude, what is the one thing that you kind of regret, like that you would have done different, right? And he says, man, I wish I would have not had got so much stuff. Like he's like, I had so much stuff. Like it took me so much time to just to manage all this stuff that it took my eye off of my business. And so that might be another distraction. Like too much stuff might be a distraction off your main business. So it might take your eyes off your main vehicle because you're having to manage all this other stuff that's not really assets, they're more liabilities. So just kind of keep an eye on that. Another thing I wanted to share with you was like uh I met this successful investor, and I said, man, like I found a good deal. I found a good deal. One of my friends sent me a text about a property or about a commercial property about the business. This is a good deal, man. This is a good deal. And so I'm focused on my vehicle, right? I'm focused on my business, but then I get distracted by this shining object. It's a deal, right? And so it takes my attention off. And so what I learned was that every day there's going to be good deals. Like like if there was a deal today, there's probably going to be a deal tomorrow. There's probably going to be the deal the next day. There's probably going to be another deal. So every day there's going to be a good deal. So you don't have to jump on every opportunity that you see. Just focus on your main vehicle, stack up your cash, and when you're going to execute with precision. Like, hey, you know what? Like this is a no-brainer deal. Like I know this deal. I can execute on this deal. It's going to have a return on investment. Like, and it's like it's not going to take up too much energy of your time. So remember that, man. Every day there's going to be a deal. So every day you're going to have an opportunity to you're going to be presented a deal. um Negotiation, man. So negotiation, powerful stuff here, because negotiation, uh whenever you're looking to scale your business, whenever you're looking to acquire assets, whenever you're looking to partnership, whenever you're looking uh to take advantage of an opportunity, you want to have some negotiation skills, because uh you don't want to be not informed. I think what is that? What do they say? Like um what does it say? Ignorance is not an excuse, or something like that, right? So negotiation, man. Negotiation is important, because the point of negotiation is to discover what the pain point is in the other party. And that's by asking good questions, really doing your research, so that when you go into a deal, uh, you go into a deal knowing where you're comfortable at. And everybody thinks negotiation is, oh, if I'm going to out negotiate this person, I'm gonna out that's not always the case. Like, negotiation is not about who is the smarter person. The negotiation is about getting to the facts, because if people are making speculations, and people are making assumptions, and people are just voicing their opinions, uh then there's no solid information to negotiate on. So you want to go in, and you gotta ask questions, whether it be a property, right? Because just say, for example, an investment property, you go, some people are selling a property, right? And you're like, man, I'm gonna buy this property. So you go in with the mindset, man, I'm gonna steal this property from them, because I'm a good negotiator, right? And so you're going in, you're already going in with the wrong mindset. You're going in with the wrong attitude. You're going in with the wrong mentality, right? You want to go in, and you want to kind of do some research, and you want to discover what the pain points are. Tell me what this property meant to you. Tell me, tell me about the property. Tell me the history of the property. Tell me what you would like to see the outcome of this property. What would you like to see happen to it, right? And because if you go in and you're like, man, I'm an investor, I buy and sell houses, I flip them, right? And they're gonna be defensive because like, man, this guy doesn't care about our house. All he cares about the money. All he cares is about the money. He doesn't care about the history of this house. So if you come in and says, hey, tell me about the property, tell me the history of it, tell me what it means, what would you like to see happen to this property? Then then you kind of get some of their pain points. You know what? We really would like to see the property, benefit someone. We would really like to see the property, uh, really kind of stay the way it is. It has, it has sentimental value to us, and it has this and that. Well, let me tell you what I plan to do with the property. I buy and sell properties. I flip them, we rehab them. But this particular property, I like it. It's solid. I'm gonna probably end up keeping it for a while, maybe 5-10 years. We're not really gonna do too much to change the exterior of it. We might, add to, what, if we were to paint it, what color would you want us to paint it? What color do you like? What color did your mom like? What was her favorite color? Well, my mom's, favorite color was, uh, orange, or it was like a, gray or something. How do we paint the house gray in memory of your parents? That way, whenever you pass by, kind of, we're gonna keep that history of it. You know what? I would really like that. So then now, you know, you kind of care. You care about what their pain points are. Okay, you know what? I tell you what. Based on the condition of the property, we're gonna have to put a little bit of work in the plumbing, the electrical. We're gonna have to get it up to kind of standard so that it is up to code. Would you consider this amount for it? Well, we're wanting to get more. I said, look, ma'am. I tell you what. Let's meet halfway. I'll do this. So you want to negotiate that way. You kind of understand what their pain point, and you maybe give them some options. Hey, I tell you what, like, man, like I can give you this for it, but but our intentions are good. We're gonna keep the property. We're gonna paint them the color to give memorial to your family. We're not gonna come in here. We're not gonna destroy it, and we're not looking for a profit. We want to make sure that we can keep the neighborhood, and and so you want to add value to it. You want to give them, hey, you know what, like, we're not like other investors where they're going to come in, they're going to probably lowball you. They're going to come in, they're going to probably say they're going to give you this, but when it goes to inspection, they're going to pull all these tricks on you, and they're going to make you wait. So we're not going to do that. We're going to come up, we're transparent. We just want to make a deal. We want to make sure that we keep our word. We want to make sure we deliver. Can we agree on that? And so that's how you want to negotiate, and not, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to show them what I got. It's not how it works. Let's talk about skills that will increase your income. And so this is something that's going to be very powerful as any position that you're in, because as a business, if you're a business owner or if you're a technician. So when I say technician, I'm talking about someone that's self-employed. Maybe they're employed. Maybe they're subcontractor, that's kind of self-employed too. Someone that maybe opened a business, but they're still technically working in the business. Like a good example of this would be like, and I was a good example because I opened a body shop, but I was doing a lot of the technical work. I was doing a lot of the repairs. I was doing a lot of the painting. So I was technically still a technician, but I created a job for myself. So I was a business owner, but I actually just made a job for myself because I didn't have the freedom. I still had to show up to work, and everything relied on me getting everything done. So I was technically an employee of myself, right? So if you're a business owner and you're saying, man, like I'm always working, I'm having to do like I'm still having to do the work, I should have just kept my job. You're a technician. And so in order to transition to an official business owner, is you have to go through some steps and process, right? So there's a couple of things you can do to jump. You can say, you know what, I'm going to be a technician, but I want to just go to be an owner. So that means that you'll have to hire a manager. And a lot of times, not if you're not prepared with the business, if you're not prepared on how a business structure should be, you might get a manager to come in and not really know how to lead a business. They know how to manage people, but they don't know how to lead a business. They don't know how to build leaders. So you got to be very cautious, because you can hire someone that that has the different beliefs than you, that has different vision than you. So the best thing that I would suggest for you to do is to learn management skills. And so you're gonna have to go from a technician to a manager, and learn how to manage people, learn how to communicate with people, learn how to drive people, motivate people, right? That's management. Make sure everybody's doing their, you're able to get in a position to hire people, to manage people. You see it? Like, you're a manager because now you're managing technicians. Okay. After a manager, you're going to become an owner. And so the role of an owner, this all requires different skills, right? So look, for example, as a technician, let's say you're in sales. So when I say skills that will increase your income, as a technician, are you educating yourself on the latest technology? Are you educating yourself on different systems to get better in your craft? For example, if you're in sales, are you doing sales training? If you're transitioning to a manager, are you doing leadership training? Are you really managing your time efficiently? Are you understanding how profit margins work? Are you understanding how to communicate with vendors? Are you understanding how uh, to manage people? Different personality styles. Do you know your personality style? Do you understand how that affects your communication skill? Do you understand what kind of leader you are? Do you even want to be a leader? Like, do you want that responsibility? What is your character? Do you need to change your character? Because as a technician to a manager, you have a different role. And so you have to play a different character. Are you understanding how that character is different from your current role? So all this requires new skills. And so look, it works like this. Like, if you're a technician, okay, you're being compensated to solve a problem, right? You're being paid to fix a problem, okay? If you're a manager, you're able to manage people to fix multiple problems. So let's just say, for example, if you manage 5 people, if you manage 2 people, now you're managing those people solve problems. Those 2 people are solving problems, and you're managing them. Okay. So because you're able to manage 2 people, your compensation goes up, because your value is up, because not only are you managed, you're able to manage these people, but you understand the process too. So if you needed to go in there and fix a problem, you could probably do it, because you're a manager and you understand how the system works. So not only can you manage people, but you can also solve the problem. So that increases your value to the marketplace. Okay. But it's just imagine you're an owner. So now you're an owner, and you're able to manage multiple people. You're able to build people up. You're able to bring people in. You're able to communicate with vendors. You're able to negotiate. You're able to build partner relationships. So now your value just went up, because you're able to do multiple things. And so if your skill level is obsolete, what I mean by that is, if you said, man, I haven't read a book since high school, it's been 15, 20 years, then you're pretty much becoming obsolete. Obsolete is going to be like the flip phone. Uh, Someone's going to come in with better skills than you, and they're going to knock you off. So you're always going to be advancing your skills. The iPhone gets updated four times a year, because they know that the technology is changing. They know the times are changing. They know that the information is changing. So they got to make sure that they're up to date. Because what if you bought a phone and it never got updated, and you had that phone for 3 years, and then by the time a new phone comes out, that phone is going to be not even used. They can't even update. They can't do nothing with it. So update your skills, update your mindset. Okay. Update your mind is also kind of falls into update your skills. Update your mindset is really goes back to your belief systems, your core values, really who you are as a person. You want to make sure that your character is consistent. You want to make sure that the person you are at the office is the person you are at home, is the person you are with your family. You want to make sure that you keep it consistent, because if you're trying to play multiple roles, if you're just all over the place, it's going to be very stressful. You're going to be like not transparent. You're going to be People are going to see you as a fake. So you want to make sure your mindset's right, and that includes like exercise, meditation, goal setting, really just strategizing on who you are as a person and where you want to be at, and really getting better at that, getting better as a person. Uh, three steps to setting goals, right? So most people say, I want to set a goal, and so I'll share with you the difference. A goal will be, okay, this is what it is. I was talking to someone earlier, and the goal was, okay, I want to have 30,000 in 3 years. Okay, let's kind of go back now. Let's break it down into a yearly. Let's break it down into monthly. Okay, now we have targets. Okay, now let's come up with different strategies. What are some different strategies that we can do to earn this, right? What are some tactics? What are some ways that we can kind of speed up the process? So a good example in this would be like, okay, let's say, tactics. What are their tactics? What are their tricks? This is the strategy, but let's try some different tactics, right? So you always want to break goals down in that, like goals, strategies, and tactics. That's going to be very powerful. Uh, Time, money, emotional energy, everything that you kind of get involved with is gonna require these three things. And so you have to make a conscious decision up front. Hey, uh, do I want to do this? You know, uh, you want to hire somebody new. They might be kind of sketchy. You can say, okay, you know what? How much time, money, and emotional energy is this person going to cost me? Because we're going at this rate, and this person is not really at that rate. It's going to cost me some kind of money, because maybe they're gonna fall through whenever we need them to pull through. So that's going to cost us money, because we're going to have to get someone else to pull their weight. Or emotional energy, they're going to be always complaining. They're always going to be doing something that's going to throw my game off, because I'm focused over here, but they always are requiring some emotional attention from me. So always look at that whenever you're moving forward in something, because you're going to be presented with opportunities. You're going to be presented with obstacles. You're going to be presented with new clients. Even with clients, so you have to say, okay, do I want to partner with this person, because this person's a real needy person. They're going to want a lot of my time. Do I have the energy to do that, because I'm trying to do this multiple things? And if they're not getting the attention they want, they're probably going to get upset, and that's going to create conflict, because we share different beliefs. So always look at this and really really weigh it out, and if it's not in line with what your beliefs are or what you feel comfortable with, just don't do it, man. Not you don't Like I said, every day there's going to be another deal to present it to be presented to you. So don't get overwhelmed, and don't get frustrated when maybe deals not really coming your way like you'd like them to be. Just be patient, and focused on building your skill level up. Focus on your mindset, focus on your main vehicle, and those opportunities will start to present themselves. And another way that you can present opportunities is to create opportunities, because that's with networking. And how can I help this person? If you see someone that you can add value to their business, or you can add value to them, say, hey, I want to help you. Like, I don't want nothing in return, I just want to help you. And that's going to go a long way, because you're just kind of contributing to society. You're contributing to the marketplace, and contributors get rewarded. They get rewarded in the strangest ways. So you always want to be a contributor to people, to organizations, uh to YouTube, man. You can I want to contribute, right? Because it wouldn't make sense for me to have acquired this information, this knowledge, and me kind of just hoarder it. Like, I got to share it, because you know what, somebody watching this video might create an aha moment. Hey, you know what? Oh man, I never saw like that, man. I just took this one thing from you, Stan, and I applied it, and it just threw my life in a whole different direction, dude. And that's what it takes. It takes one thing to help change that. It's called a paradigm shift, where you just kind of see things through a different lens than you did the day before, and you got a different perspective on life and a different appreciation, and it almost kind of like relights this fire in you, and that's the goal, man. The goal is just to kind of help you reignite that fire, that desire in you, and it happens like the fire gets big and then it dies out. The fire gets big and then it dies out. But all I'm doing here is I'm just putting wood. I'm just putting wood on the fire, putting wood on your fire to keep it going, keep you going, keep you going. So hey guys, that concludes the whole massive action. Stay tuned for next week. If this is your first time watching, if this is your first time catching the channel, subscribe to the channel and just put the notifications on. That way you get the notifications to the next webinar we have, the next video that I post. And our goal, I mean, this is kind of steep, but I want to see how close we can get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of December. So man, if you're watching this for the first time, give us a subscribe to the channel. If you want to get the notifications for our next video, subscribe, hit the bell button and you'll get the notifications so I can, when I put the live. What I also do is I also send this video out to our email list for them to watch a replay or something like that. If you're interested in watching any of the replays, or if you're interested in getting on the list, drop a comment, or I'll put a link. I'll put a link to maybe like a PDF or something. And once you ask for the PDF, I'll have to send it to your email, and I'll get your email and I can add you to the list. And if you don't want to be on the email list, you can put whenever I send you an email, you can put unsubscribe or whatever you want to do. I'm fine with that. My main goal is to make sure you get the content and make sure you get the information, and maybe it'll add value to your life. So hey guys, massive action. Keep pushing forward. Y'all have a great week. Till next time. Later, guys.